Hello and Happy New Year, geographers. So in this short video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 resources that have been added for January 2023. Apologies if there was a bit of confusion with last month's video. I realise I said December 2023, but it was, of course, December 2022. Anyway, let's crack on. So just log into the platform as usual, and I'll just remind you in terms of how to find what the new resources are that have been added. So once you're on the platform, just go into the Start Here module, which I'll show you there. And then if you click on the lesson resources, that will then take you to this spreadsheet. I'll add this video that I'm doing now onto here as well, so you can watch it back to remind yourself. But this spreadsheet appears here. So the ones that are highlighted are the ones that are new that month. So then you can see which module they're in, and should hopefully be quite straightforward then to find them. Okay, so as you can see, the 3 resources that have been added are in the resources module. So we'll head on over into there and I'll show you what we've got this time. Now, all 3 of the resources are actually linked to food. So the first one is a brilliant case study, actually, all about Madagascar. And there's some suggestion that the hunger crisis that Madagascar is experiencing is due to climate change. But there's also a fair few viewpoints on the idea that it's to do with the government. And also people are talking about the issues of high birth rate and the lack of stability in the country as well. So it's a really interesting case study to talk about food scarcity. As usual, there is a PowerPoint to go alongside that, or should I say Google Slides to go alongside that. The activity to begin with is to make sure students are aware of the location. Then you've got your video and some follow-up tasks there as well, which will hopefully help them to understand kind of the links between deforestation, scarcity of food, and also, you know, what perhaps the main causes are of food scarcity as well. Okay. The second video clip, if I just go back onto the platform, the second lesson is all to do with the journey of food waste. This is a really sort of fascinating programme that's been provided by WaterBear, which I've used previously. This is a free streaming platform that focuses on environmental issues. And this one looks at a couple who decide to live off food waste for 6 months. So it's a really interesting insight into what their experiences are and some of the obstacles that they have to overcome. So again, you've got some starter tasks in there, which is based on the image that we've got there. You've also got a few questions to follow up, getting the students to think about what the solutions to food waste potentially could be that are talked about in the video clip, and also evaluating those solutions in terms of how feasible they might be. So as usual, you'll also have your question and answer sheet to go alongside the programme. The final lesson here is all about the idea of food security, and what perhaps the different strategies are to encourage more sustainable food production for our growing world population. So in this documentary by DW, it's looking at crop diversification in Germany, looking specifically at quinoa. It also looks at seaweed farms in the Netherlands, and then it also goes on to look at Denmark and how they've got vertical farming adopted there. So again, you've got your PowerPoint. Sorry, I keep saying PowerPoint, it's Google Slides. You've got some activities to get students kind of thinking about this idea of food security and what that might mean for them and in the future. And you've also got some follow-up activities as well that also bring in the idea about food production taking place in labs and the growing of meat and what the kind of the ideas are for and against that as well. So hopefully that gives you some different lessons to go on with, and hopefully make things a little bit easier this term. Okay, as always, send me an email if there are any questions, but hopefully that helps you find the different activities that are available on there this month. Okay, bye for now.